Hey, what's up? I'm a diagnosed narcissist, but before I say the things that I'm going to say, keep in mind that I am not a licensed professional. So, with all that being said, I mentioned in a video of mine where I spoke about narcissists and borderlines, and the thing that I mentioned that we have in common is a disgust for intimacy. So, I thought I would make this video to further expand upon that. And what exactly is it that I'm saying where I would say, yeah, I can have a disgust for intimacy. Like, despite wanting praise, despite wanting to be like hyped up and, all that kind of stuff, I kind of hate myself for desiring those things, honestly, because, I live every single day, or I try to tell myself all the time that I really don't need anybody. Like, I'm a super independent person, or I don't rely on anybody whatsoever because needing affection or needing, any form of like validation, like all that stuff is only for losers. All that stuff is only for, weak and pathetic people that need, I don't know, all that kind of stuff. So, I hate like being out of, that limelight, which is kind of ironic because I don't like being in relationships either where I don't feel like I feel important in them, I guess. So I think naturally this is what creates this like weird tension that I have with like other people because I don't know, like in a flip of a switch, it can be like really random. Like I can really enjoy like hanging out with somebody or, like enjoying like our quality time together and whatnot. And then perhaps I'll just like reach back into that mode again where I'm just like, I'm with this person because it's enjoyable to be with them. Almost as if like they have some sort of like grip on me, which I find super uncomfortable because I'm thinking to myself that like, okay, I'm supposed to just, be fine on my own. Like I absolutely like, don't need anybody in the slightest. So, you know, these things creep up a lot when I'm hanging out with like a lot of people, when I'm having like enjoyable conversations with like people and it's like I feel like I can never really decide in what mode that I'm in because everything just feels random. I mean, my whole self just feels, artificial and just, not even real, like in the slightest. So we could just be like hanging out or something, and then we're like having a good time, and then okay, I realize that okay, it actually uses a lot of energy to be with somebody. It you know, requires you to put in like I guess like this effort of an appearance, I guess, in terms of like how to deal with like all of this. And I guess it gets really stressful at a point because like I'm thinking to myself like why do I even need this, like why do I even like bother with this. So I don't know, it's like I feel like I want to like distance myself away and like like get rid of it, but then like the sad thing is like that would be fine, but I just wish I had like genuine self-love for myself, which I don't, because immediately I might say, okay, I don't need anybody, or, other people are, stupid, they're pointless, and all that kind of stuff. But I'm sitting here with myself, and I don't actually have any, like, real self love. It's a weird and strange relationship that I have with shame, I guess, because I think I might appear very shameless on the outside, but, like, on the inside, there is, like, all this, like, self loathing and whatnot. Like I've reached points in my life where if there was ever conflict with like anybody, a lot of people would be like, "Oh, do you not have any shame?" And I'm just like, "Nah, I don't think I do. At least like externally." And I think that's what pisses me off about a lot of people. And I think that's why I don't really understand the concept of like peer pressure because throughout my life, I've always noticed that like the more I was hated, I guess let's say, the more powerful I would feel. Like every single time somebody would call me like, I don't know, selfish or somebody that, oh, you only think for yourself and all that kind of stuff. I guess I don't have like a reaction to that in the same way that like I guess other people would be, because to me being called selfish or saying that like anybody is selfish, like to me that's just a like a self-evident thing. And I guess it like opened up to me understanding that I'm a narcissist, that like okay, other people are not necessarily as cynical as I am, but I just think naturally at like a starting point every single person is selfish. So in a way it just makes me feel like a god, low key, or like it just told me that like every single time someone told me that like I'm selfish, I'm like okay, I'm on like the winning end. because for them to say that I'm super selfish, it means I'm getting my way. It means that things are going according to, how I want them to. So I think naturally a lot of this might have, like, contributed to, I guess, a general feeling of disgust towards like people liking me, because when I would be with people, hypothetically, and I'm in a situation where, oh, we're all happy and like everything's fine, I guess like these thoughts would creep in that like, oh, I'm a sheep, or oh, I'm putting myself lower to like get along with like these people that are so, stupid and like not even worth it. So yeah, it's extremely paradoxical because I want praise and I want, all the acceptance for like whatever that, I choose to be. But then it reaches a point where it literally feels so disgusting that like I just want to retreat. So it's a it's a weird state to be in because I'm not even really comfortable with myself. I'm not even comfortable with like other people. So honestly, it just feels like, I don't know, like this intense form of like hatred for existing, I guess, or just, just being aware of this like dumb, like useless and like stupid world, I guess. And honestly, I'm glad I'm going to end at like this point because I think, you know, misanthropy is something that I've most likely shown a lot, like, in these videos. So yeah, I think I'll just head on to like that topic for the next video, but I guess this is all I have to say for this right now.